What's up, family? What's up, family? What's up? What's up? How you guys doing out there? Well, let's talk. Turn that down. Let's talk a little bit. Uh Divide and conquer. Yeah. Divide and conquer. You see this right here? It's hard to pull these hands apart. Look at that. You can pull hard as you want. It's really hard to pull these hands apart. Why? Because all 10 of my fingers are interlocked, and it is so hard to pull my hand apart. Even if it was someone else pulling at my hand, pulling at one arm, my left arm, and another guy pulling, it would still be hard to separate because they're all interlocked. But if I divide them, start to separate them, it becomes a lot easier. Common sense. That's something that we can't deny. That anything of if you put it together, it becomes more powerful. Just like a glass of water, right? One glass of water probably will not drown you, but a tub of water can probably drown you because there's more of it, right? Or for anything, 1 penny is not going to buy you anything, but 1,000,000,000 pennies can buy you an awful lot of stuff, right? It's just a matter of numbers. If the numbers are tighter, there's more of them and tighter. But let's see if we can take that analogy and bring it to us as human beings on this earth. Us together will be an awesome force if we were together. But then here's the problem, that even though we may be trying to be under the same accord, that there has to be a leader of some sort to pull it all together, to organize the masses of people. There's always some type of a leader, or either a leader, one person, a group of people, or maybe a network of people, but there's always some type of an organizer, somebody who is going to organize the masses better. Just like you need an accountant to organize your money if you have an abundance of money, right? If you separate your money from you, you pretty much are gonna not, you're not gonna be considered, like if you're a wealthy person, you're not gonna be considered wealthy anymore because you're separated from your money, right? And it's easier, actually, if you break it down. I don't know if I'm using the analogies right, but I think you guys are following where I'm going when I said divide and conquer. Because it's easier to control something when it is divided up. But if it's together, it's hard to actually control it. It'll go where if it's organized properly, wherever it decides to go, it will go. And you can't stop it. But if you divide it, it's a lot easier to take a little section off and another section off and another section here, another section there, and then you can pretty much guide it the way that you want it to go. And that's kind of how people are. People, we're this awesome force that is billions of us, but being that it's so many of us, it's like hard to get us under the same accord because we all think so different. Because our teachings have taught us different things, just like somebody else's God is different from the other guy's God. Somebody else's love is different from the other person's love. Somebody else's anger is different from the other person's anger. We are divided on a lot of things. One person's law is different from another person's law when you come to different countries and so forth. We are all divided as human beings. Even when it comes down to our color, the color of our skin, we're divided on that. But beneath the skin, of course, we're all the same. Right? We're all human beings. That makes us brothers and sisters because we were all born here on the earth as human beings. That's what makes us brothers. I know a lot of people don't want to admit that. They don't want to accept it. Not him, not my brother. They hate the fact that someone else that looks somewhat different from them are brothers, are connected to them by the human race. We are connected. Bottom line. There's no escaping. That's a fact. I don't care how delusional your mind gets about different things and beliefs. You can't deny the fact that we're all human beings. You can't deny that. It's a fact. Right? And also, the divide and conquer concept was from way back in the day. For me to give you exact dates, I can't. But it's common sense. It's obvious that when the settlers came to divide the country, like when the American Indians were here, they were under one accord as far as living off the land, and the land being Mother Nature. And then when the settlers came, it was something different, and different laws was passed down. And then they separated. Basically, they got into dealing with the Indians and made some type of a treaty with them. And so now you had some of them wanting to go with this new way, and then you had some of them still trying to live the old way, but now they're divided. That made them weaker. So therefore, when the settlers devised armies and everything else to go in and do what they did to the Indians, they tried to basically wipe them out, and get into the fine detail of history once you go into more of it. But it was the reason of just dividing them, dividing any people. Then it's easier to control them. And that's the same with the black folks too, and Spanish people, and Chinese people, and even white people. It's just, if you divide the people, period, then it's easier to control. Now, control is a big market in actually keeping people divided. There's no way in the world that the wealthy people of this land can stay wealthy and stay in control if all the people were band together. There's no way that they can do that. It's just too hard. Then that puts people more on a more equal level. If everybody pretty much went by the same laws, nobody can get any richer and nobody can be any poorer. Wouldn't that be something? That everybody lived accordingly, just everybody had the same thing. But that is not so. That's a pipe dream, I guess, right? So now you have drugs, you have color, you have the lack of money, the more money. They have all these different things to keep us divided, right? So basically, it is a market. Once you can divide the masses of anything, you can control it better. Even when they count money, masses of money, they have to put them in little blocks. They have to divide them in separate little blocks, and then it's easier to count them. And you got, when you get to your million, that's 1 million over there. Then you do it again. Got these all thousands and thousands, 1,000 blocks, and then you make another million. Right? It's easier to control it. You kind of know what it is and how many and so on. And it's the same with people. You can keep them divided. You can't keep them, working together. And that is a dangerous thing, and it's like been going on for a very long time. So, it's a system that works. And I think on the flip side that some people have realized that there's power in numbers. Same concept, right? There's power in numbers. I guess maybe the not so fortunate look at it like there's power in numbers. You band together, you can get some movement and get some things done, make changes, because the masses are banding together under one accord and can make something change. Now, the more elite people are thinking, we can't let that happen, so we have to keep them divided. We can't have them thinking that they have power in their numbers, so we have to bust it up. And what better thing to bust them up is color, race, of course. Keep them, the racism, money, drugs, just simple violent people. We'll support some violent people, and then we'll make sure that the other ones, if they do any violence back, that they will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And unfortunately, arrest as many of the other people as possible, put them behind bars, and if they resist too hard, we'll kill them, we'll shoot them, and then claim they were resisting. And in that resist, we have the right to kill. So that's us controlling them. We get to control all of them people, and they won't band together because we'll give them reasons or not to, like fame, for example. For the ones who aspire to be rappers, musicians, or what have you. Long as they're not talking political, long as they're not talking in a way that brings the people together. That's why you see Christian music is not as popular or banging, even though it's doing very well. I must say, Christian music is doing very well. But it seemed like compared to the secular music, so now they're starting to kind of combine the two, right? So you get more numbers that way. But the people are quick to listen to the music that is keeping them blind. I might as well just say it just the way I see it. Keeping them completely blind. And what other way to keep them blind is to talk about the things that is really not beneficial to them. Let's rap about it, let's sing about it, let's portray that in images on social media and so forth. Of, big gold chains, lots of money. You see the stacks of money they have up to their ear like a phone, and all the jewelry and the cars and fine women, you just nice shaped women and very skimpy stuff, and you will get attention. And these are the things that people want. Drinking, man, the most expensive bottles of wine or liquor or whatever the most, we talking about $5,000-$6,000 for a bottle, $2,000 for a bottle of something to drink. Man, don't ask me what it is, because I don't know. Some of you probably would know the name and where it's made and all that. I don't. I just know that those things exist. And these are the things that is being pumped into the black community in a lot of ways. And when you look at all the things on social media, what grabs the people's attention on social media, right? When I see black queens fighting each other like savages, it hurts. It's not something that I find extremely funny. I may see a couple of them that's kind of funny, but I have to stop and think, man, that ain't funny. That's actually a part of the trap. Because now people are saying, well, shoot, if I can capture something that will go viral, then I can be an overnight sensation. And if that comes, at the risk of my own people doing some real ignorant stuff, instead of me breaking it up or trying to stop it, or just not posting it at all, I'm not going to pass up the opportunity for myself to get, be an overnight sensation some type of way, a viral sensation overnight with my video or what have you. And and they do it for money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money, period. The reason why the elite have to be in control is because they have to keep control of the majority of the money that this country can generate. And believe it or not, black brothers and sisters, young and old, can generate a lot of wealth in this country. But we seem to be giving it out to the sources that created all of this stuff. They created this trap, and we're paying into the trap for the trap to become even better against us. Whew. That is crazy. What kind of spider web is that? We pay into a system that pays into a system that keep us in the negative, that keep us trapped. But they have to they have to get the right type of representative to be at the head of it, that what you see. So in other words, if you want to get to the money, aspire to be a rapper. Right? But you can only rap about, if you want to be a successful rapper, you have to rap about the things that are not important to the masses of the people. Keep them dancing. Yeah. Yeah. Keep them high. Yeah. Drinking and getting high. Keep them smoking. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Keep them doing all of these blind things that they would never band together because they're so divided. And if you come and talk to them about some real talk, about being awake, which I hear people throwing that around a lot, for all of us who are awake, but then still yet they will go drink and they will smoke as well. So we all have our faults, we all have our problems, we all have our situations, but let's address them. Let's not act like they don't exist though. I got mine. I got my set of issues, you know? And I'm willing to talk about them. Is why I do this. Right? So the key to controlling masses of people is to keep them divided. Divided. Keep them divided. If you are divided from your family, then of course it's easier to go in and control and tear up your family. If it's easy to divide a business, you got half of the people in your business thinking about how to destroy it, and the other half is thinking about how to save it, then chaos brings turmoil, which brings division, that brings the breakdown of that business, family, or social. It don't matter. Just divide them and throw all kind of things at them. Give them a big choice. Now we have social media. Social media, you can get anything you want to look at, any kind of information. It don't matter, but bombard it. Make sure that they have so much info that they don't know which one to choose. They don't know what's right. Because we don't pull them away from the main focus. Keeping them divided. Keep their eyes off the prize. When you can keep the masses of people eyes off the prize, then dag nabbit, that's a lucrative business. Because you're going to pour money into it. And the money is going to generate more money for you if you are one of the elites or a part of the elite group. It's not really a hard thing to do because it takes money to make money, right? That's the concept. Takes money to make money. And trust me, the evil elites are thinking the same way. We have to pour money into these people in order for them to hold themselves down and not band together, keep them divided. Now you got a whole bunch of young bucks coming from gangs, and they've been given a lot of money to rap and sing. but they still got gang activity going on. So what happens? We get to see on social media them destroying themselves. And who gives them? Great job. Great job. The racist elite ones. Great job. Money well worth putting into to watch them destroy themselves. Great job. Beautiful. We have to get the next one. All right, they killed that one off. Let's get the next one. There's always somebody coming up behind them to do exactly what they do. But if they're awake, then you can't pull them into that evil trap. Because it ain't nothing but a vicious circle that constantly repeats itself over and over and over again. Just different players. Not the same player because they don't been killed off. Now we get new players. The young ones that were coming up. Yeah, give them the spot. Pay them well. Make sure they only sing and rap and dance about the negative. Because when they start dancing and singing about the positive, what happens? They're breaking away from that circle. We can't have that happen, the elite will say. We can't have that happen. The elite will tell themselves and devise a new plan for the ones who learned how to break out of that vicious circle. They learned how to break out because they woke up. They're in that circle and they're going like, what in the world am I doing? Hey, in order for me to be wealthy for a long period of time and spread that wealth with my loved ones and family members, is knowledge, and share that knowledge with them, and they them as well will break out of that vicious circle. This is what we're missing. There's something about the whole being under one accord. We're missing something. We can't say it with our mouth and then live a whole different way of what we say. Even though we're not perfect, we're going to have our faults. We're going to have our little imperfections. But overall, we should be teaching each other, especially them young bucks, how to band together. Stop always thinking that you have to pull your gun on your brothers and prove a fatal point to them. And then you, in turn, will be on the run. Because if the police ain't after you, it's going to be friends and family members after you. You see? So either way, you really don't win, because when you get caught, you're either going to die or you're going to spend the rest of your life in jail. So yeah, you played the big shot for that hot minute, and people are afraid of you because they know that you will pull your gun and shoot quickly. So they're afraid that you will do that. And this is what we're teaching each other. Yeah, this again. Yeah, let's get back to that one. How did I have it going? I had it going this way, right? Yeah. This here thing right here. Vicious circle. And when the elites see that, they got their feet kicked up with a smile on their face and say, we don't have to put the hoods on no more. They're partying, man. Yeah. 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 Another one bite the dust. Another one bite the duster. Another one bite the duster. They dancing and partying over every time we kill each other. And then, after hearing this message, there's that group of people who gonna be like, so the heck what? So what? They don't care. The I don't care generation. So you see what I'm getting at. Divide and conquer is real. It is a system that has been working for a very long time. Not gonna answer that, y'all, because that's a scam. I'm gonna let y'all in on a scam one time. I'm gonna show you how I deal with them. But divide and conquer is dangerous. It is something they've been using on us for eons and eons. Divide and conquer. And now it's a subtle way of doing it. let me just briefly go over this one, is that they will accept you into their world. And they will give you love. They'll let you know that you are loved. You understand? They will give you praises every time. But you got to think like they think and operate the way that they operate. And you can't be concerned about them over there anymore, because that's them. They're no good. You see how they operate. You see how they are. They're rotten to the core. You can't help them. Take care of yourself, and we will give you the utmost praises and money along with it. There's no way you can turn away from that, because life is better over here than it is over there. That's the concept. And this is what you got to be careful about. This is how you have to try to stay grounded. Put people in the proper perspective in your life. If they are representing good, then let them be in your circle. If they are representing not so good, evil, bad, whatever, keep them at arm's length, but still try to plant a positive seed. This is important. This is something we're losing. We're missing this somewhere, and I don't know why. It's common sense. You don't have to be in a college atmosphere and pay all that money to learn this, because it's common sense. It's common sense. It's easy to do. It just takes practice. And we have to start having more compassion for our brothers and sisters. Be your brother and sister's keeper. I ain't saying foot them the whole way. At least be willing to teach them something. Right? Give a man a fish and they'll eat for a day. Teach them how to fish and they'll eat forever. Remember that? Arrested Development. One of the best songs I've heard. And that is so true. Teach them how to fish and they'll eat forever. But if you give them a fish, they only eat for a day. This is some real stuff, man. This is for real. We live in it every day, and most of us are so blind that we live it every day that it's such common. It's a common place to be, and they think this is the way it's supposed to be. If you got a beef, if the two sisters got a beef, go out, take it out there, and beat the crap out of each other. Dagnabbit. At least they're not shooting each other. There, that seems to be the answer. As long as they're not shooting each other, but they can stomp each other's brains out. Queens now. Queens calling each other the B word all up and down. Even claiming to be the big baddest B on the block. Proud. Chest stuck all out. Clothes ripped all off of them. Yeah, I'm the bad B around here. Yeah, I guess you are the bad B. But queen, what happened to the concept of being a queen? And all the kings out there, what happened to the concept of being the king? And all the gods out there, what happened to the concept of being a god? How are you a god or a king or a queen and you running in the streets like a savage? Being savage. Oh, they even call themselves that now. I'm savage. I'm savage. Savage, man. You hear me? I'm a beast. Okay. I guess you are, until somebody else catch up to you and cut you down. How much of a beast and savage are you at that point? Then everybody's crying for you. Oh, he was such a nice person. I'm so hurt that he's gone. He was such a nice individual, man. I mean, he was just a great individual. But all that we didn't see when he was here. But we heard about him cutting people down. Or her fighting everybody on the block to be the baddest bee. We got to get this back, y'all. That's why I'm doing this. Try to come on back to black. Come back. We done lost it somewhere, man. We done lost it, and it's a shame. And I'm gonna end it with this because there's a whole lot more to talk about on that level. Listen, I love each and every one of you. I don't care who you are and where you come from. I love you for as long as you are promoting positive. I'm gonna love you even if you're not, but I'm just not gonna be dealing with you. I love you. I don't want to see you get hurt, and I'm gonna give you some solid advice if I could to keep you out of trouble, not put you deeper into trouble. Be mindful. The young generation, younger than you, are watching you and learning like a sponge. So whatever you do, especially if they're close to you, they're going to want to emulate what you do. Be mindful. Be mindful to love your brothers and sisters, no matter who you are or where you come from. That's my message once again. And on that note, because we're going to talk about this stuff some more. And on that note, like I always end the show with, treat people like you want to be treated, and it'll come back round, because it has for me. And on that note, family, see if I can get my music back. No. Yes, here it comes. Is that it? Check it out. I know it's look, I'm still working on it, man. I'm working on it. Work with me here. But yeah, on that note, y'all, I'm out. I know I like making jokes about some things, but I got a serious topic, and I think everybody needs to hear it more often. And I'm gonna try to make it as often as possible. So yeah, I might sing, I might rap, or musical poetry, I would call it for myself. I might talk. I might have a guest. I might even get out there and work out for y'all, so you can see the positiveness that I tried to show. Hope somebody will pick up on it. Hey, fingerprint the like, subscribe, and share. If you think this was good content, by all means. If it's a positive thing, then pass it on like it's a positive thing, and jump on board as a supporter. Love you all. Peace.